Alright, hello guys. So, let's hope that this records properly, because I'm not gonna have to go through that whole ordeal like yesterday. But yeah, it's a little later in the day, but it's also a Saturday, so it doesn't really matter. I am quite tired. I do feel better. No headache today. Hello there everyone. Right now on Zen it's 3:36 p.m. on Saturday, September 19th, 2020. No big announcement today, instead allow me to wish you all a fun Zen weekend. In terms of news, I think technically yesterday, Ruth Bader Ginsburg died at the age of 87. And there's like a whole lot going on about that. Like Trump's wanting to replace her as soon as possible, you know, stuff like that. Hey man, listen up, Lucy. You know, I thought I was 100% a city boy and that moving here was gonna really cramp my style, but it turns out that I'm all about this rustic life. Now if only I could get a designer fishing pole. Get you a designer fishing pole. Moon rug. Okay, 1 sec. See how this looks. Yeah, I don't mind. It's very Asian sounding. Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and they're trying to replace her already, even though, like, her dying wish was that she's not replaced until, you know, after election. And there's a new president, you know. Which we feel her, but hopefully, you know, it takes a lot longer to appoint a new Supreme Court justice or whatever. Sparkle. Is it either Twiggy or ketchup? I'm gonna go with ketchup, maybe. We could find her. We'll see. Get over here. Yeah, the world kind of sucks. Slowly but surely it's getting worse. But we're gonna stay positive, okay? Blue roses. quite tired today. I think it's just everything's tiring me out. That's for everybody. Thankfully, I don't have to work for now, you know? So I don't have to deal with as much stuff as most people are. Oh yeah, there is cancer and stuff still, but that's really like minute in my mind. Doesn't really matter. Oh, ketchup. There you are. Okay, it was either you or Twiggy. Twiggy lives like... Hi, Amelia. Where does Twiggy live? Come find me. Okay. Oh, hi, Raymond. A relay tank? Not really my style. But you know what? Whatever. Can I run my life? What is Amelia doing back there? Okay, so let's go sell some of this stuff real quick. I don't know. Let's drop off some stuff first. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And I'm not like a political person very much, but I get so tired. For one thing, reading the news is depressing, so I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. Let's go ahead, please. Check out my blathers and then sell them. Oh. And there's a shiny spot right there I need to get to. T-Rex and dollars. Ugh, so tired today. Today's one of those moods, you know, I don't want to do anything. Nothing at all. Let me go deposit my money. Two days in a row. Okay. I'm gonna try, you know. I'm gonna see how many days it takes, you know. 2 days in a row. I will say that the only thing that's like keeping my spirits up lately is watching anime though. Like today the new episode of, or maybe it was yesterday, the new episode of this week, the new episode of Food Wars 5th Plate came out, like episode 11 I think or something. And at first I was thinking that like the new character they introduced who's like super edgy and like, I'm gonna marry Princess Nakiri, you know, Erina, and it's like, we already had the edgy character last season, you know, which was Erina's dad, and now we have like a mini dad. It's like, okay, cool. But I will say that they are expanding on his character a little bit more, and it's more interesting. Especially this season, it's like I wasn't that into this season because of that edgy character. His name's Saiba Asahi. Super boring dude. He's like, oh, I'm so cool, and I steal knives from people, and I could copy their skills because I'm so awesome. It's just like, oh, okay, so you're the tracing dude from the last seasons, but like better looking, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought he was really lame, so I didn't really get into that season. This season. But like this season, they finally were like, "Hey, this is what the main character's mom was like," and then it explains like the entire show. Pretty awesome. So, Fifth Plate isn't bad. They redeemed themselves through the recent episodes. But man, was it boring for like the first few episodes. More fossils? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I really want to play a Skyrim, but like, it I feel like I would have to reinstall Skyrim on my computer. And then if I reinstall it on my computer, that means I have to get all the mods. And like, mods are just so much work. Plasma ball, cool. Pretty sure it's a thingy where you touch it and it's like electricity, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's been fun. And I tried watching the English dub of Tanya the Evil because I love the Japanese version so much. But I feel like it doesn't have as good a quality as... Because like the translation's not wrong, it's just there's so much emotion in certain Japanese words that aren't in English. Like, for example, like, not really a spoiler, but so, I think I talked about it before. Tanya the Evil is basically about a corrupt businessman that gets murdered by like, people that he wronged, and then he's reincarnated into the body of a little girl in, like, World War I Germany, you know? So, there's this one point where he's like, well, she is, realizing what he's incarnated into, and so they're eating like slop, and like the nun that's taking care of him is like, oh, little Tanya-chan, you know, and for a second, you know, the dude's thinking it's like, Tanya-chan, who the fuck is Tanya-chan? And then he realizes it's him, right? Hot rack. Cool. And like in the English dub, it's just Tanya. It's not Tanya-chan. Which, you know, if you know anime, chan is like the word that describes like little girl. And then it's like a cutesy term. But in the English translation, they don't have like, you know, like honorifics like that, I guess would be the term. Because that's what English is. You don't really have honorifics that much. Like you have Mr. and Mrs. and Miss, but like the closest they could have probably done is the nut calling her Little Miss. Whittle with like a W. Little Miss Tanya. That would have been a better translation, I guess. But then it's kind of like, it's like, I don't know. I would think that anime is a little harder to translate, since there's also a lot of like military terminology that I wouldn't really understand, like the lieutenant, colonel, general, lieutenant general, all that kind of like weird ones where I don't actually know the Japanese equivalent or the English equivalents. And it's just complicated. So I can't talk shit about the translation. Translation is fine. It's just, it's the basic issue of all animes, is that no matter how hard you try to translate something perfectly, there is definitely something that becomes missing. Like, you lose a large quality of the anime when you translate it. Because that part is actually really, like the scene I'm talking about is funny, because it's like this badass, you know, corporate dude, and he wakes up as a little baby to a nun calling him Tanya-chan. You know, he's never been called anything that belittling. So it's funny, but in the English one, he's just like, Tanya, who's Tanya, you know? They lose a little bit of that humor, almost. I don't know. Translation is pretty decent though. It's just, it's hard to translate emotion, I guess. When like, just some words in Japanese have a different emotion, even if it's directly translated properly. You know? And I think that's just with both sides, actually. Like I think there was this meme picture almost like of they're interviewing Japanese people that watch American cartoons, and they say that the subs are better than the dubs, and I think that's probably true because it's both ways. It's like because the dude's like he watches King of the Hill, but he doesn't like the dub. He prefers the sub, which makes sense because imagine trying to translate King of the Hill and like any southern idioms and the stuff they say. You can't just translate that to Japanese and make it make sense. That's another thing, is like idioms are very hard to translate. Like if someone is translating for you, try to avoid idioms as much as you can. But anyways, well, let's check out some clothes first before we get off. But yeah, I wonder if there's a job of just translating the vibe of, like, I don't do the actual translation, but I correct the translation's vibe, you know? I think that should be a legitimate job. Because, you know, people that trained and went to school to learn the actual, you know, grammatical things about Japanese know Japanese better than me. But at the same time, does that mean they actually know Japanese, or they just know Japanese grammar, you know? It's different. It's different. They know Japanese grammar, but they don't know Japanese culture. It's really hard to translate. It's called a pinafore. That's actually pretty cool. Anyways. Anyways, I'll be done for today. As I don't have a lot going on. I just have to complain about this. I'm not even complaining about this, like the translations of the anime. It's so hard to translate languages, you know? Like, I wish there could be a better system. I think you need like multiple people to translate something, but then you had to pay more people. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Things are shit out there, but as much as you can, be nice to people, and things are eventually gonna get better. Think about it, it's almost Halloween, guys. It's almost Halloween. Yes, it's like a month and 10 days, but it's almost Halloween.